What is up, Gemini? Welcome to your timeless general reading. These are timeless, so whenever you see this is when it's most meant for you. These are also general, so they're meant for the collective. So they may resonate, they may not resonate. That's perfectly fine. Just please don't force them to fit. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placement on my channel. And if you want a personal reading or Reiki session, I am doing 15% off all my services from now till the end of January 2021. If you want the promo code, go ahead and check out the community tab on my YouTube channel. I've posted it there. And yeah, that'd be awesome. So it's just a little goodie for you guys. So go ahead and check that out. And that expires on 11:59 p.m. on the 31st of January, okay? Eastern time. Anyway, if you want to check out Patreon, if you want help on your spiritual path, that's a platform for you. Like, share, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, helps the channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. And let's get into it, Gem. Let's see what's going on for you guys. I'm feeling spellcasters for you. I'm feeling... Let's do something different. Let's do Tarot and Wonderland for you, actually. Let's do Tarot and Wonderland. I accidentally shut my office door and I'm watching my dog like wiggle her nose to open it. You got it? There you go. Okay, let's see what's going on for my Geminis. Sun, Moon, Rising. I have to like get my spine like really balanced in my chair. Venus and Jupiter. Five of Wands, Four of Pentacles actually feels like a release. They're both in reverse. I really like that, especially with the Four of Pentacles attached to it. Five of Wands, Leo energy. Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. I feel like you're actually moving away from, it feels like a group of people. This is intense. I feel like you're releasing a group of people, whether it be coworkers or it could be a family dynamic. It does not feel romantic. It can be romantic if it resonates that way, so just take it as it resonates. Feels like you're leaving behind a specific group. It just feels like a group. It really does. That challenges you, that creates a lot of tension, a lot of drama. It just feels like a toxic dynamic of like people ganging, I don't want to say ganging up on you, but it feels like that when this group of individuals come together, there is this sense of it's us against them or us against you, right? And I feel that's how it's perceived. It may not be that way in reality, but there is this perspective of it's them against me, and I feel like that group is being dropped, or that perception of that is being dropped, right? I feel like that dynamic's like being let go. So whether you're moving away from these people, quitting that job, or fixing that family dynamic, it's being released, which is really nice. Queen of Swords, I really like that. Queen of Wands in reverse, and Death in reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles. This is rebuilding the foundation. Queen of Swords is seeing the Queen of Wands, that drama, right? The conflict, because the Queen of Wands is that very like Five of Wands energy. It's all that drama, that conflict, that very challenging, ego-driven power battle energy. This is very clashing energy with a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Wands. That's two very divine feminine energies. One very cutting with the word, the other very confident, very power struggle, power struggle, power struggle. So this could be you and a friend, a family member, a mother even. And with the Death card, it's going through a massive transformation, this dynamic, okay? Just because it's two feminine energies does not mean it has to be two females. It could still be a man and a woman, two women, two men, because energy is not gender, okay? So please keep that in mind. It's just you have one feminine energy that is very short, sweet, to the point, very blunt. Not a lot of emotion with this individual, but then you have another that could be very, when it's in reverse, this could be somebody that's very like temperamental. And when they're upright, they're probably very passionate. They're probably very loving, very energetic, and very gentle. But when they're upset, or when you have them in their tension, right? they could also become very cold, similar to the Queen of Wands, which is what creates this very tension-filled dynamic between the two. These energies are actually very similar when this one's in the shadow. It could become very cold, very shut down, but it also becomes very challenging, very stubborn, okay? Queen of Swords upright, very much like, I see things for what they are. I see what you're doing. The Queen of Wands in reverse could also be very manipulative. I feel like the Queen of Swords is the person who is leaving behind this drama, because now they see the Queen of Wands for how they are in this dynamic, right? I feel like the Queen of Swords is initiating the transformation between the two people. Whether that Queen of Swords took a step back and cut out the Queen of Wands or whatever it is. But there's a transformation happening, and I feel that there is a rebuild, a Knight of Pentacles. I don't think these two people are done. I simply think that their connection is being rebuilt, because the Knight of Pentacles is a fixing. I'm not taking the overall. It just doesn't feel fitting with the reading. Sometimes I take them, sometimes I don't. If I don't think it flows, it's just not meant for you guys, so that's fine. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. This is the rebuilding of the connection. Like I said, I don't think you two are done. I just think it's going through a transformation. Whoo-wee. I want to fix this music. It was a little too loud for my liking. It's kind of irritating me. Ooh, why is everything so loud right now? So weird. Okay. Must have been a lot of dust on the floor. The only thing that changed is that a vacuum. That's disgusting. So gross. Okay, let's see what's going on. So what happens when you have a long hair dog? Okay, Five of Wands. I just heard struggle. Yeah, Five of Swords. Five of Swords, Aquarius energy. Five of Wands, Leo energy. It's two cards of change. That's a lot of conflict. That's a lot of conflict. That's a lot of betrayal too. I feel like you two probably... it's a very difficult dynamic with these two individuals. This energy, just holding this energy, it feels like looping. It does feel like a cycle you've been through with this person over and over and over. Because 2 5s break down to a 10. It's a cyclic energy, but just holding it feels very toxic. There feels like there's been an opportunity to close out the cycle multiple times. But because we have two very stubborn energies, it's almost as if... well, if only you did this. Well, if only you did this. Well, if only you did. It feels like the back and forth, and you both have very valid points, but you're both very leadership energies. And there was always the struggle of allowing one another to take a step back. Like, well, I'm going to lead, and now you're going to lead, and now I'm going to lead, and now you're going to lead. And there was always this need to, well, I always want to be the leader. And there was never that understanding of the dance in the relationship, whether it was a friendship or a family member or a romantic relationship or a business partnership. That hierarchy, whether it was a mother to a daughter or a father to a daughter, a father to a son, or aunt to a nephew or a niece, business partner, a boss to a subordinate, right? Like, regardless of the connection, that communication was always this. There was never... that it feels like a level of respect. It really does not feel there. And that led to a feeling of almost being disregarded, disrespected over and over, betrayed, a lack of trust. There's a lot of conflict going on in this dynamic. And I feel like that's where it came into that ganging up on energy that I was feeling in the beginning. Always feeling like I'm going to be ganged up on. I'm going to be hurt. I need to be guarded around this person. I need to be defensive. I need to have my sword up ready to fight because they're going to attack, right? So let's see what's being dropped with the Four of Pentacles. But again, I want to make it very clear, that's distortion that both people, because they both have their own view of this, and they're ping-ponging it back and forth. Because this person's in their shadow, they're triggering this person's fear within their ego, which is their shadow, which is creating a defensive energy, because they're in their shadow. It's a ping pong. I'm in my shadow, well, you're creating me to trigger my defensiveness, so my sword's up. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, back and forth. No one's at fault because it takes the two to tango, okay? It's the accountability portion, right? They're soulmates. They're going, and a soulmate doesn't have to be romantic, but they're in each other's path to learn this lesson, to evolve, to be able to step back and hold yourself accountable for what roles you play in toxic dynamics, to understand that it's not always the pointing, it's the mirror, looking at self and understanding, well, what did I bring, or how did I perceive this, and how did my perception create my reaction? Was my reaction valid? Was it healthy? How could I have switched it? If I had switched it, would it have been easier? Would I have stopped this cycle? Right? Which is very hard to do. I know me saying it makes it sound simple. I know it's not easy. I don't want you to think that I'm like, well, you could have done this. It would have been easier. I know it's not. Let's look at the Four of Pentacles. High Priestess. The higher consciousness. Seeing beyond the veil. Letting it go, because you're stepping into this new perspective of it. Eight of Pentacles. Realizing what needed to be worked on. Realizing the parts of you that needed to be invested in. Oh, I love this. Seven of Cups, because now you have the clarity. Yes, damn right you do. Oh, I love this. High Priestess, Pisces energy, Eight of Pentacles, Virgo, and the Seven of Cups. What is that? More Pisces? Scorpio? Scorpio, yes. Scorpio? Oh, my brain's fried. I think it's Scorpio. Scorpio. Yes. Ooh, I sage so much my water tastes like sage. Ew. At least I'm clean. But this is you understanding and seeing very clearly, no more illusion. The High Priestess is illusion. It's also higher consciousness. But with the Seven of Cups there, you're seeing beyond illusion, right? You're seeing through the veil. You're seeing to the other side, that higher consciousness of what really needs to be worked on within yourself. Because between the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles is another Four of Pentacles energy. That massive surrender. What you were holding on to. Any anger, any resentment, any conflict that was keeping you in that very guarded Queen of Swords energy. So let's look at the Queen of Swords now. Oh, I love this. I feel a lot of you, this is a family dynamic. Six of Cups, there's a soulmate energy. Knight of Cups in reverse. The Moon in reverse. And the King of Wands in reverse. Ooh, interesting. Wow. So you've seen the masculine and the feminine side of this person, which is very interesting because here's their masculine showing up on you, right? They presented their masculine side to you as a King of Wands in reverse. That's a very manipulative energy with a King and a Queen of Wands in reverse. Those are my Master Manipulator cards. King and Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, and Magician in reverse are my Master Manipulator cards in tarot, because Wands are manifestation, soul energy. So that means that you work with energy, manifestation. So you're really good at manipulating energy if you know how to manifest energy. So that's why they're my Master Manipulator cards. And with the Moon, it's understanding their shadow. You're seeing them for being in the shadow, for being in that low vibrational energy, understanding their emotional shutdown, but you're also seeing the pattern of the past, seeing how their shadow affected your inability to open up, or vice versa, right? It just affected the Queen of Swords. We'll say the Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords was looking at the Six of Cups, whether that be the soul connection to this King and Queen of Wands, or their soul connection to the past, because the Six of Cups is also indicative of the past. This pattern with this person or these people, right? Because this could also be that ganging up energy. So if you feel ganged up on by this King and Queen of Wands, whether it be one person or two, it's showing you how it stopped you from pursuing things that your heart wanted, right? From being open emotionally. Because the Knight of Cups is someone who's not honest about how they feel, how they can't express, they can't take action, they can't move forward towards what the heart truly desires. And they see now that it's not because of the King of Wands, but they see the purpose of this King of Wands energy, the role that it played in this dynamic, right? They're understanding it now. They're understanding why it needs to be let go, though. And like I said, I feel like the Queen of Wands is the one initiating the cutting of this old cycle. And I think like this is the cutting. Understanding why they need to let it go. And it's because it was stopping them from doing work on themselves by just holding on to the cycle. They're like, why am I holding on to this? This is so unnecessary. All it's doing is stopping me from pursuing what my heart really wants, from being in a good place. It's not doing me any good from holding on to this person, this connection, this dynamic. I'm just repeating it over and over. Just step off the wheel, right? So let's look at the Queen of Wands. Watch us get the King of Swords, the shadow of the Queen. I won't be shocked. Who is it? Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, interesting. Sun in reverse, Chariot in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse, Seven of Swords, bottom of the deck. They like to come off very confident. They like to come off very secure. But in all reality, they're very scared of moving toward their own happiness. They're scared of progression, of expansion, of enlightenment. And that's what needs to be healed. That's what's very self-deceptive. Seven of Swords and the Fool underneath that. It's almost like they're sabotaging the new cycle. And the Queen of Swords sees that. They see that this Queen and King energy, whether it's one person or multiple people that this Queen was involved with, they might come off as very independent, right? Very confident, very self-sufficient. But in all reality, it's almost a front, because what they're really scared of is doing that inner work, doing that healing to get out of the shadow. They're scared of that enlightenment. They're scared of that movement forward, that progression, because that means that they have to accept the parts of themselves that are in the shadow. Parts of themselves they may not be willing to accept, may not be aware of, may not see fully. And that's what's self-deceptive, the Seven of Swords. And that self-deception is what's standing in the way of the new cycle. Not just for the Queen and the King of Wands, but also for the Queen of Swords, because she's involved in their energy, right? And we are what we surround ourselves with. And so by this Queen of Swords being involved with the Queen and King of Wands, the Queen of Swords is realizing, I need to stop this dynamic with these two people, because it's self-sabotaging not only these two people or this person, but it's sabotaging my new cycle as well. So let's look at Death in reverse. This is very interesting. The stranger thing is, I don't think that there's any particular, like there's no pinpoint reason why this King and Queen energy is still in this energy other than habit. It just feels like that cycle. Like, you know, when we've been in an energy, I'll just be super transparent. Like, I was super pessimistic and super depressed for like my first 24 years of life, that I did not realize, like my therapist, I was in therapy and I highly recommend going to therapy. My therapist, when I finally left her, she was like, I was petrified the day I met you. She goes, I'm shocked I can like hug you now and I feel comfortable hugging you. And I was like, well, thanks. I was like baffled of how frightening I was. That's what this person feels like. It's sometimes we don't realize how stuck in an energy we are until somebody shows us. This Queen is about to show them. That's what this transformation's about, and that's what this rebuild's about. But the Queen sees it. The Queen of Swords sees it. So let's look at Death. Hangman, the new perspective. Oh, I love it. I love it. That's amazing. The new perspective. Seeing yourself in a new light. Seeing yourself and what you're capable of. The Queen of Swords is about to shine this new light, the illumination, for the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Because I feel like this is one person for majority of you. I feel like it's one person's masculine and feminine energy that's just very distorted. I feel like they might have been stuck in a very low vibrational frequency for a very long time. They might come off very confident, very secure in themselves, but in all reality, it's a lot of distortion. It's like that front, you know, they put on this very secure, confident front, but then they go home at night and it's like, I secretly don't like myself, but I'm very good at my work and I'm very good at this, but I do that because it's the one thing I'm really good at and I'm going to stick to that because it makes me feel good. But everything else is kind of falling apart on the inside and I'm just going to keep that in. And I'm not going to tell anybody because then they know how big of a mess I really am and I don't want to admit that to myself because that means I have a lot of healing to do. And that means I have a lot of things that I have to accept about myself. And I'm not ready to see that. But that's what's going to help me move forward. That's deep, heavy stuff. The Queen of Swords come back here. sees that. Queen of Wands does not. They're about to. Hangman, Pisces, Neptune energy. Neptune's also the mystic. Neptune is about, and also Neptune's affecting North Node, South Node right now, which is all about the past and the future energy, right? For the collective. Oh, I love this. I love this. Death is death, Pluto, right? Pluto, transformative energy. Death, Scorpio. Pluto, Scorpio energy. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, so much going on here. I love this. Nine of Wands. Oh, I like this. And the Devil. Yeah, they're having a new perspective on how they might have been playing victim mode, victim mentality, right? How their devil energy, how their ego, their fear, their doubt was consuming them and kept them in this victim mentality for so long. That's what this transformation is going to be about. Ooh, I'm so excited. So excited. I like it. Devil, Capricorn energy, Nine of Wands, Sagittarius energy. This Queen of Swords feels like the catalyst for the Queen of Wands, King of Wands energy. This is intense. I'm so excited because this is what we're meant to do for one another. We're meant to help each other evolve. This is the perfect example of what a soulmate connection is. Whether it's a karmic connection or not, this is the perfect example of how soulmate karmic connections are supposed to work. Yes, they're painful, but they are literally meant to help each other integrate and evolve into a better version of ourselves. And that's exactly what this Queen of Swords is doing for the King and Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles. I don't think these two people are done by any means. Yeah, Ten of Cups and Temperance. There's the healing of the connection, the reconciliation, and all the love. And they're building a new solid foundation together. This feels like a friendship. This feels like a family connection. Oh, this makes me want to cry. Like, this is really... And there's the Fool, bottom of the deck. It's in reverse because I almost feel like this King and Queen energy, whoever this is, if it's two people, it's two people. They're hesitant to take this new cycle. They're not accustomed to this energy of feeling stable, right? They're not accustomed to feeling secure, to feeling safe. This is going to be very vulnerable. It's going to be very new to them. Let's just be super blunt. They're not used to being happy, right? Totally been there. When the first time I felt happiness, I said to my therapist, I have massive anxiety and I don't know why. I don't know what this emotion is. And she's like, you're happy. And I was like, I don't know what this is. And it took me a really long time to get accustomed to it because I was so used to this energy, right? To sitting in the low vibrational energy because it's what's familiar. It's what's comfortable when you've been in it for so long. And eventually when you get into a higher frequency, it's very like, I can breathe. I'm okay. I'm safe. It's like walking on eggshells for a little bit, but it feels very uncomfortable. Okay. So they're not really going to feel grounded for a while. And they might even be emotionally disconnected with the Eight of Cups, but that is part of the lesson. Hierophant. Right? The Eight of Cups leads to the 10 now. That is the revolution. That is what the Queen of Swords has done for them. Ah, I love it. I love it. Beautiful. This is the epitome of what soul connections are supposed to do. I'm so freaking excited. I think this is one of my favorite readings I've done on YouTube by far. So thank you for letting me do this reading. But if you want a personal reading, go ahead, check out that promo code I posted on the community tab for 15% off all my readings for until the last day of January 31st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2021. Okay? Like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, helps the channel grow. Check out Patreon, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.